7 days before my due date, Ethan rises at midnight to catch a flight, solely because his childhood friend studying abroad, feeling emotional during her period, craves his soup noodles. Supporting my sore waist, I ask if he could stay, as I am afraid to be alone. I'll be back in 3 days at most, in time, so don't overthink it. An hour later, my water breaks unexpectedly. Stop messing around, Wendy, I'm about to go through security, sleep early, he says, hanging up abruptly. My child is now fatherless. I strive to breathe deeply and remain calm, lying flat on the bed to call 120 for an ambulance. Then I phone my brother, who is likely asleep, answering just before the call disconnects. What's wrong, Wendy? Are you in labor? Hearing his anxious voice, I burst into tears instantly, my throat constricted, unable to speak for a while. My mother passed away from childbirth complications when I was born, and my father, preoccupied with business, later remarried. Raised by my brother, I said many hurtful things to him for Ethan's sake, leading him to declare, exasperated, that he would no longer care for me. In the ambulance, I gripped my brother's hand tightly, apologizing to him. Don't be afraid, your brother is here, he reassures me. My cervical dilation progresses very slowly, and even oxytocin proves ineffective as the amniotic fluid diminishes. After 5 hours of pain, a cesarean section becomes necessary, resulting in the birth of my daughter. The doctor places her on my chest, congratulating me on my precious daughter, noting it has been a while since seeing a newborn with such thick hair. I cry and laugh, relieved she is healthy, naming her Summer. My daughter, Wendy's alone. I sleep until the afternoon, waking to Ethan's updates on my phone. He has landed and reached Nina's house, having called twice earlier. He then asks if I am awake, have eaten, or am still upset. Nina posts on Facebook, a steaming bowl of noodles topped with 2 fried eggs, paired with pickled radish and Lao Ma sauce. I'm so happy I could die. Who gets it? My cold stomach doesn't deserve such delight. Ethan comments, exaggerating much? Nina replies, love you. Mwah. My brother asks what I want to eat. I show him the photo, insisting on the same. Ethan's call comes again. I take a deep breath and answer. Wendy? You finally picked up. Your silence scared me to death, he says. I remain silent. Are you still angry? Nina's voice interjects, sister-in-law, don't blame Ethan, it's my fault. I never expected he'd actually come. Shocked me. I thought I was hallucinating from hunger. By the way, I bought gifts and clothes for summer, perfect for Ethan to bring back, she adds. Ethan laughs, somewhat asking her to keep her distance to avoid flour on his clothes. We're making dumplings. She just finished a big bowl of noodles and is already planning the next meal. Good thing I brought a rolling pin, or we'd use a wine bottle, Ethan says. Nina retorts, I'd roll better with a bottle. Ethan challenges, let's see. They banter for a bit, Ethan laughing heartily, far more lively and childish than he ever is with me. Honey? I respond, yes, I'm listening. Is the baby okay? Not troubling you today? I smile, no, she's been good. He sighs in relief, good, don't joke like that again. I know it's hormones, you're not unreasonable. Keep making dumplings, I'm going to eat too. I call my brother, saying I don't want noodles but dumplings, handmade by him. He chuckles, fine, little ancestor. The nurse hands me my daughter. I gently tap her tiny nose, my heart melting. You're a little ancestor too, shall we rely on Uncle for life? The next day, my brother helps me walk, the incision pain brings tears. Seeing his red eyes, I joke, when your wife gives birth, you'll cry yourself to death, right? He taps my head, mind your own business. Back in the ward, I see Ethan's Facebook post, snow in Australia, flights grounded, he can't return. Sorry, honey, I didn't check the forecast, who knew it'd snow so much overnight? Gazing out at the bright sun and lush summer trees, I feel we're in parallel universes. Without me, would he and Nina be happier? Ethan and I were graduate students under the same advisor. He, a year senior, mentored me. I fell for him at first sight, pursued him relentlessly despite his aloofness, and after 6 months, we began a secret relationship until his graduation. My brother claimed Ethan agreed to be with me only after learning of my family's wealth, with impure motives. I dismissed it. Ethan said he loved me, and I trusted him completely. I secretly begged my brother to invest in Ethan's startup. At the celebration, drunk, Ethan rambled before us, "I've made money, you can study anywhere. Brother will support you, won't let you suffer anymore." My brother sarcastically asked when I planned to study abroad, unaware of such plans. I couldn't reply. It was Nina who wanted to study overseas. Just drunken words, I convinced myself. They grew up together, their bond is normal. I love him, as long as he's with me. The next day, sober, I asked if he'd marry me. Surprised, he wondered if he'd slipped up yesterday. He'd already bought a ring, planning to propose. I demanded the household registry from my brother. We argued fiercely. Unable to sway me, he sighed angrily, "Do as you please, but don't cry to me later." "It's fine, stay longer with Nina, it's been a while," I replied. "Ethan, thanks, honey, I figured you'd be tied up post-birth, so I rushed to see Nina. Indeed, I can't be without people, doctors, nurses, the caregiver, my brother, but he hardly counts as people." He asked about the baby again. I said she's fine, no worries. Summer's tiny hand grips my finger tightly, babbling happily in baby talk. Tears drip onto her clothes before I realize I'm crying. "You're not crying, but Mommy is," I say with a smile. "Mommy isn't as strong as you." The caregiver, seeing this, fetches a warm towel. "You shouldn't cry so much in confinement, ruined eyes last a lifetime." 3 days postpartum, I still have no milk. My brother says formula is better, less strain for me. I cry again. Ethan wants to video call, showing me snow scenes and their snowman. I say I'm eating with my brother, so he drops it. "With brother here, I'm at ease, you're due soon, and I've been worried," he says. I smirk. "You left so decisively, I saw no concern for me." I've already seen the snowman on Nina's Facebook, both of them rolling in the snow, faces and noses red, laughing brightly. Last winter's snow, I bought a duck mold online, joyfully crafting a row of ducklings for his car hood. He crushed one casually. "You're 27, not 7, childish much?" Unable to sleep that night, while deleting photos, Nina sends me a video, no visuals, just their voices, sounding drunk. "Nina, if I'd been braver back then, would we be different?" Ethan, "Nina, there are no ifs." Nina, "Didn't you say you'd celebrate my birthday early?" "My wish this year is for you to answer this." Ethan, "Maybe. But Nina, no matter our relationship, I'll care for you forever, as long as you need me." Nina, "Of course I need you," she chokes up. After rustling fabric, the video ends. She retracts it the next second. A childhood friend's need for noodles outweighs a wife's in labor. Late that night, Ethan texts, "Honey, I love you, miss you, and summer so much." I laugh. Every stroke and punctuation reeks of guilt. 4 days postpartum, I'm discharged to a confinement center, not the one Ethan and I booked. My brother found a better one. Ethan wants to video see the baby again. I say the camera's broken. I'll buy you a new one when I'm back," he says. "What did you do today?" "Sleep." He asks why I sound unhappy, listless. I laugh inwardly. "Surely not as joyful as your reunion chats. Hearing you now disgusts me, yet I masochistically cherish it. More pain, less wavering." "No, just didn't sleep well." "Summer troubling you again?" His tone is tender. My flight's tomorrow morning, I'll reach Beijing by evening, hopefully no more delays. Ethan. Aren't you ready? Nina calls from afar. He responds, then to me, Nina and I are going out soon. Any gift you want? Bags, cosmetics, I'm clueless, tell Nina? Before I reply, Nina grabs the phone, hey, sister-in-law, what do you want? Send me a list, we'll fleece him good. No need, I don't want anything, I tell Ethan. Just come back soon. He smiles, miss me? Ethan's flight delays another day, he returns the day before my due date, timing perfect, to his pride. No baby movement yet, right? No, she's sleeping soundly. I've got a car, I'll be home soon, wait for me with the baby. I wash my hair comfortably, enjoy afternoon tea, and leisurely answer Ethan's call. Wendy, where are you? What's wrong at home? A break-in, he asks, agitated and alarmed. My brother took my and the baby's things, smashing what remained. I don't know, I say. He realizes, Wendy, didn't you say you weren't mad anymore? Okay. Where are you now? Your brother's place? I'll come apologize in person, okay? No. Honey, I was wrong, you're due soon, don't be stubborn, it's bad for you and the baby, he urges. You still know I'm due? He yelps, hitting something. Wendy. Helpless, he hesitates, please, tell me where you are. Hit me, yell, then just let me see you, or I won't rest easy. Am I not speaking to you calmly? What's to worry about? I sip red bean soup. I've no temper to unleash on you. Wendy, can you stop talking like this? I'm trying to communicate, solve things, he says. I laugh, yes, solve it. Tomorrow, my brother's lawyer will contact you. I want a divorce, Ethan. What? Div. He thinks I'm bluffing. Honey, stop messing around, you're pregnant, due soon. Can we talk after the baby's born safely? I hang up. My brother, after work, says Ethan sought him at his company, first stopped by security at his complex. I laugh, be careful he doesn't tail you here. Don't worry, he can't get in. Ethan refuses to sign the divorce papers, nearly assaults the lawyer, then begs my brother on his knees to see me, claiming I could give birth anytime and he must be there. My brother lands a solid punch, I hear the flesh-on-flesh impact over the phone. I tell my brother to hand him the phone. Summer, are you full? Summer, ah. Wendy. He's stunned, speechless. Didn't I tell you my water broke? No. Honey, I didn't know. I was wrong, so wrong. I tease little Summer, sign it, I'll handle the process after confinement. Honey, listen. I hang up. My brother returns with the signed divorce agreement, his hand red. You didn't put him in the hospital, right? My brother glances at me, resentful, worried? I glare, I'm worried for you. He laughs, at least you've a conscience. I block Ethan, he uses a new number, sending a multi-screen essay, fearing another block. I glance and exit, it's an eyesore. Unable to find me, Ethan stalks my brother, begging for a beating. Fed up, my brother has security strip him to his underwear, bind him, and toss him on the street. Like a mangy dog, he says, disgusted. Nina apologizes to me later, I reply, now there's an if be brave. Then I block her too. Post-confinement, my brother takes me home to an apartment he bought below his, unbeknownst to me. I don't notice the floor difference, asking when he redecorated. Speechless, he says, you're home. At my wedding, I dreamed of a loving marriage into old age. Pessimistic, my brother prepared a fallback, ensuring I'd always have a home. Brother. I hug him, crying again. He grumbles I've wet his shirt and goes upstairs to change. I say he'd sniff Summer's poop on him for fragrance. He side-eyes me, are you the same as Summer? I choke him from behind, who do you love more, me or Summer? He laughs helplessly, you else you'll cry again. 2 days later, I meet Ethan at the Civil Affairs Bureau entrance, my brother as my bodyguard. Wendy. Ethan kneels. I know I was wrong, unforgivable I failed you, our daughter. Please, one more chance I love you, our child, I don't want divorce, I want to be a good husband, father. My brother hauls him up, stand. You're shameless, but we're not as thick-skinned. I haven't even seen our daughter. He squats, sobbing into his hands. I didn't mean to. I didn't know. I show her 1-month photo, come inside now, I'll give it to you after. Half an hour later, we exit. He touches the photo, smiling, like you, double eyelids. Babies grow fast, my brother often says, good thing she doesn't look like that beast. Can I see her? I snatch the photo back. After the divorce certificate in a month, I'll let you. Taking Summer out, we spot Ethan outside the complex a few times, in old clothes, noticeably thinner, gaunt. The last time, his foot's in a cast, on crutches. I try recalling love or pity for him, but my heart's too numb for it now. On divorce certificate day, he says the house is unpacked, sleeping on a mattress, he kicked a drawer at night, fracturing his foot. Really? Be careful, I reply, emotionless. He still pleads, asking how to earn forgiveness, willing to do anything. I scoff, can you rewind time or the amniotic fluid? He pales. I dream of that night. Dream on. I keep my word, letting him see her in the car. He holds her gently, calls her Summer, crying, Daddy was wrong. I correct him, my daughter's name is Summer. Summer, nice name. Exiting, he offers Summer's bracelets, from Nina. I refuse, pretty keep them for your future kid. He grabs me, frantic, there's nothing with Nina, just friends, siblings believe me. Oh. I shake him off, shut the door. Summer's allergic to Nina, amusingly her bracelets cause a rash in 2 minutes. My brother jokes, Uncle will melt them into gold bars, sell them secretly for pocket money when you're older. I ask, would you let your niece lack cash? He pauses, says no. At home, my brother cooks a lavish meal, opens the priciest wine to celebrate my divorce, then shares bad news, he's diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. I suddenly realize why he hesitated saying no. I nod, it's okay, I'll be with you for treatment. He's hospitalized, I juggle home, hospital, and start handling company matters. After Dad died, leaving a mess, my brother toiled years to rebuild the company. I won't let his efforts waste or the company change hands. I also want to prove to him I can provide well for Summer and me, easing his worries. We hold meetings by his bed, he teaches me meticulously. Wendy, you surprise me, he says. I huff, do you think I only cry? Yes, you're still the little girl I coax and protect. I cry by his bed, his soothing makes it worse. Leaving his ward, I sit downstairs to compose myself, Ethan approaches. Wendy. What's wrong? Did something happen? He's followed me to the hospital once before, this is the second time. Seeing my red eyes, he anxiously asks if Summer's sick. Who are you? How do you know my daughter's name? Move, don't block my son. He sits beside me, Wendy, tell me if something's wrong, don't make me worry. I shift away, I postpartum depression, here for psychiatry satisfied? He apologizes guiltily, sorry, Wendy, my fault. So can you vanish? It'd help my mood. He says okay, stands, lingers, offering a ride. I can taxi myself, get lost. I go home, feed Summer formula, lull her to sleep, then attend an afternoon company meeting. Ethan's there again, likely asking my brother about my depression. He's on a business trip. I head to the roadside, he follows. You're working at the company? Didn't you hate this? I'm exhausted today, speech laborious. Ethan, can you stop haunting me? Each appearance annoys me more, I won't see it as devotion. Please, let me go, let yourself go, we're done. I just want to make amends. I sigh, staying away is the best amends. He vanishes for a while, I'm grateful he listens. Summer catches a seasonal cold, a respiratory infection, hospitalized for a week. I can't eat, mouth ulcers worsen it, losing several pounds. Talking to my brother, he touches my face, all skin and bones. I nearly retort he's no better. A man enters suddenly. They lock eyes, the air feels odd. My friend, Mark, you met as a kid, my brother introduces. Mark smiles, long time no see, Wendy. I vaguely recall, post-middle school exams, my brother took me traveling, Mark joined us for 2 days. Wendy, rest, I'll chat with him, my brother says. From then, someone cares for him, feeding him food and water. He awkwardly tries explaining, I say I'd guessed a man nearing 40, unmarried, no girlfriend. On the start of winter, I bring him dumplings, he eats a few, vomits, insists Mark take me home for a good sleep. Ethan stops my car at the complex gate. At a dinner today, he heard gossip, Jason from Jinxing has cancer. Is it true? Yes, thanks for your concern, I say. But don't visit unless you're mocking him for not punching you now. Wendy. He clings to the window, gathering words, I know you're mad, but with this, extra help is good. Don't push me away, I won't mention us, won't trouble you. I glance at Mark, I don't need your help. Mark catches on, I'll care for Wendy, no need for this gentleman's concern. Ethan pauses, you too. Just friends now, I say, smiling, signaling him to let go. Next day, Ethan waits at the company all afternoon, showing me his Nina chats. If you mind, I'll cut contact, she agrees. I laugh, take him outside. What's this mean? Like I'm forcing you to ditch family? Her and you don't concern me, stop these pointless acts, okay? Ethan gazes at me, Wendy, we're family too, your brother's mine. I can't stand by. Who was that yesterday? When'd you meet? Reliable? I fear you'll be tricked, especially now, easily swayed by kindness. Seeing Mark, I wave. To Ethan, no need to worry, I'm an adult, can handle being duped. I'm not foolish enough to have another kid, face death again. Plus, I knew him before you, my brother's friend, trustworthy, he's confident in him caring for me. I walk to Mark, he offers his hand, nods at Ethan, let's go. In the car, my brother asks, whose hand's bigger, mine or his? Baffled, I say, how would I know? Compare yourselves. Mark laughs, your brother's jealous you stopped holding his hand growing up. Me, exclamation point. He always griped I'm clingy, yet he's all talk. You talk too much, my brother kicks Mark, embarrassed. Mark grabs his hand, let's compare. We fetch Summer, head to the studio for a family photo. 2 days later, my brother's in surgery. Dear uncle, little Summer waits outside, I say. He pinky swears with her, uncle will come out fine. The surgery succeeds, but he doesn't survive the winter. I'm heartbroken, Summer can't recall uncle, only knowing him through my stories as she grows. Uncle. On her first birthday, Summer clearly says uncle, not just Gigi or Jojo. Mark's eyes redden. Uncle must be so happy. Weekend, I stroll Summer in the park, letting Ethan see her. He brings coffee, milk and sugar, too sweet, I liked it before, now prefer black. Do you know Mark is? He asks suddenly. I'm stunned. How does he know? You know, he asserts, so he's really your brother's friend. Why lie? I laugh. Where'd I lie? Did I say I'd date, marry him, make him Summer's stepdad? He promised my brother to care for us, and he is. So what if I lied? You'd keep hounding me. How else do I get peace? He can't accept Mark near his daughter. I'm speechless. He redefines my view of him. Mark, my brother, what kind of people? It's you, discriminating minorities. I must consider barring from my daughter, lest you corrupt Summer. At a loss, he shifts. Wendy, do you hate me that much? Years of feelings forgotten, discarded? I've worked nonstop this year, idle, my mind drifts to you, our daughter, the past. I failed Summer, but besides you, no one loves her more. Will you deny her a father like this? Summer sits quietly in the stroller, eating a cheese stick, eyes fixed on kids playing afar. Many thrive without fathers, many are better off without. He exclaims, many fathers miss births, don't see their child first doesn't mean they're not good dads later. I'm weary, no one stops you being a good dad. I don't bar you from Summer or calling someone else dad. What more do you want? Remarry for Summer's complete family? Summer and I are whole, our two-person home is two. I don't need a man, she doesn't lack a dad. Keep repeating this, testing if I'll soften, and we've no need to meet again. Ethan sneers, you just threaten me with her. I stand, push Summer away. I can, I'm entitled. Summer's mine alone. Ignore it or sue me, your choice. He apologizes later, asks to see Summer, I refuse. I was too soft, thinking he's her biological dad. Not seeing him seemed harsh. I was wrong. Mommy. Uncle. Balloon. It flew. Mark, quick, leaps to catch it, saving a replacement cost. Uncle's amazing. Summer hugs his leg excitedly. I tie the balloon to Summer's backpack. This time it won't come off. She tires after crawling. Mark carries her, she chants heave-ho, cheering him. I laugh hard, filming behind. Didn't I tell you to charge the power bank yesterday? I thought you said it was charged. I hear familiar voices, turn. Ethan and Nina rest on a stone bench by the steps. Ethan spots me first, stunned. Wendy? Nina stands, belly bulging, 4 or 5 months along. What a coincidence, Sister Wendy. Mark and Summer pause, waiting as I lag. Summer. Ethan jogs up excitedly, she clings to Uncle's neck, shy, refusing his hold. Hello, Daddy. To her, Uncle's daddy, Daddy's uncle. Titles are titles, feelings are feelings. Sister Wendy, got a power bank? Mine's dead, can I borrow it? Nina smiles at me. I say no. I want a daughter too, as cute as Summer, she adds. Mommy. Race to the hilltop. Summer yells. I reply, pass Ethan, climbing fast, soon leaving them out of sight. Waiting for the cable car down, Ethan texts, Nina's child is IVF, she wanted one, he just helped. As long as you need me. I recall their talk, laugh. Summer asks why. Something funny. What? See a leaf in Uncle's hair? She plucks the leaf off, pouting, scolding me for not warning Uncle and laughing, demands I apologize. Okay, sorry, Uncle. Mark laughs, fine, I accept. Summer, good. Our cable car's here.